What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review, and we're going to start off this new year with some Diamond Select figures. More specifically, we have Marvel Select Iceman. This was fairly new last year, but thank you to Diamond Select for sending this my way, because this is an awesome looking figure. I am extremely excited to have it because, you know, some of the Marvel Select figures, they're absolutely incredible, and this, look at all the accessories that you get in this box. It's absolutely amazing. So let's unbox this and take a look at what we got going on. But first, of course, this is unboxing. We're going to see everything that's on the box itself to begin with. I mean, we have some product shot work right there, of course, and then on the back of the box we do have quite a bit to kind of tell you a little bit about Iceman himself, of course, with the proof of purchase, everything like that. Now, normally you guys know when I do unbox something, I normally keep my packaging. I've already cut along the line because it's always nice to have the packaging all over the place. So you can see I cut it here, but let's unbox it. You'll see what goes on when I do unbox this stuff. So there we go, 2 trays worth of stuff. Incredible. Do you see all that stuff? Man, that is absolutely amazing. All right, we'll do a little bit further. Let's cut off all these ties. All right, guys, there we have Iceman out of the packaging, everything laid out. First things first, you always get a nice little catalog in the box where you can see, you know, any of the more recent releases that Diamond Select has put out for Marvel Selects. Pretty cool to see, as you can probably determine. Some of them are older, some of them are newer, but you never know what you may have missed. So what we have quite a bit of stuff, and it's absolutely cool to see accessories like this. It really is. Now, right off the bat, you know, some of the things, there's really no instructions to tell you what everything is here for, but we definitely have some flight stand parts. You can disassemble them. There's so many different links in here to take apart, as you can see. So I mean, we have a wide range of options on how to utilize these. Where to utilize this, I'm assuming maybe on the stand itself. And take a look at this stand. Look at the detail. It's absolutely stunning, the way it's shaped, of course, the sculpt of it, all of this, right? And then we got the dry brushing of the white to kind of get that glacier look, that snow look, that ice look. It's incredible. So we have, I can see a foot peg, 2 foot pegs right here. That's self-explanatory itself. There's a good amount of weight to this, so it's a very nice sturdy base. But with these, I mean, I think we can utilize this somewhere, but we'll figure that all out. We'll learn as we go. And of course, we do have a hand with some ice sprays going on. That's very cool. I love the translucency too. And of course, you can see the white dry brushing right there. That's incredible. That looks really nice. Another piece where your hand right there, and look at that ice blast right there. And there's the hinge for the hand, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, it seems light enough, but we'll see if it has direct weight to it that's gonna hinder a little bit of it. And here's a longer blast, very similar in sculpt, just longer. And of course there's his hand again and the hinge. So again, the translucency for this, awesome. And then the other thing, it's a belt. It's a different belt that we can utilize on the figure itself. So you see the peg right there, and you know, that's a completely different look for Iceman, because he had, you know, 2 different looks utilizing this belt. But here, of course, and we have the figure, and the figure looks great with this translucency. Looks very cool. I love that. And very nice head sculpt to be at. Whoa, you can see right there. Very nice head sculpt right there. Take a look at that. This is amazing. So since we're here, let's kind of look over the paint and sculpt of this figure, because as simple as it is, they did a great job with it. They absolutely did a great job with it. I love everything with the translucency, of course, but you can see the sculpt of the hair, and they did that white dry brushing as well on the top of his hair, so that's very cool. We got some white in the eyes and a darker blue for the lips, which is actually really nice touch to see. And even with the musculature, it is shaped in there and sculpted, so that's pretty cool. And even the arms, very simple. And here you can see it's much more whiter than the the bluish that we get. So in the lower limbs of the arms and the feet, you can see the white, and that's very cool. I love how it's still translucent, and they have a lot of specks of, I guess you can call the ice or the snow inside, and that's very nice to see. All in here, it's still different shades of blue, and of course it transitions into the white and clear. Very cool to see that. And with the belt itself, the belt, there's the peg. I think it was high a little bit, but I know we're gonna have to see if we can get that lower. Either that or it was meant to be high, and maybe I guess it's meant to be that, because even when I had it lower, I tried to make it lower, it kind of broke apart. Not that it broke, but it came apart. So yeah, it's gonna be up high. It's gonna sit up that high, and I guess that's because where the waist swivel is right there. So there you go. Paint sculpt looks great. I completely forgot to mention the extra head sculpt, because when I unpackaged it, this head kind of rolled into my diorama over there and I didn't even notice it. So here is the additional head sculpt. It is more bluish in tone, so you can see here it's got a little bit of a darker blue than this one right here, but it looks great because, once again, two different looks. One with like a bald head, the other one with his hair sculpt. So nice to see that we can have options to have the different looks of Iceman. Let's go over articulation. So with the head, we can turn left and right, which is very nice to see. We definitely have some tilt on here. Nice tilt to get some emotion, some expression going on. It is on a dumbbell joint, so he can look up that much and he can look down that much, so good range on the neck, so that's very cool. We have the shoulder joint, which can go up to a 90. That's pretty good. We have the upper bicep swivel, as well as a single jointed elbow. That's I mean, with single jointed elbows, I mean, doesn't even reach 90, so that's, I wish we could have had a little bit more, or maybe a double joint. I know with Diamond Select we're not used to getting double joints, but I know in the future they'll start incorporating it. We have a swivel at the wrist, and we do have the hinge for horizontal. We do have a diaphragm joint. Very nice to see a diaphragm joint here. Does the belt hinder it a bit? No. Okay, no, it doesn't going to hinder it, but look at the range you can get for that. He can go back that far, but you get the gap right here for the torso. Unfortunately, when you go when you go that far back, forward is only slightly, but at least he can do it a little bit. I think, yeah, it can go a little bit, yeah, just that far. We have a swivel at the waist. It's kind of hidden from the belt here, and you know what, I'll put on the other belt just so we could see how far that can go as well. If we do that now, let's see, where would this be positioned at the same time? Would it be right where that swivel is? Yeah, I think so. So that is where the belt is going to sit, right above this waist swivel right there. So be mindful of that when you are turning it. So we'll leave that on for the time being. Legs can go out that far. He can kick up that far. It's not bad. He can kind of go back a little bit too. He's got an upper thigh cut. Very nice smooth joint right there. He's got single jointed knees. Doesn't go that far, not really a 90 degree either. He's got rotation at his ankle, so there is pivot. Very nice to see. Can go back that far and forward that far. So there is your articulation for Iceman. All right, let's check out some of the accessories, of course. So we do have the swivel at the wrist. He can move this up and down if he wanted to. Now, for me, of course, this should just go straight ahead, but that's an awesome accessory to utilize right there. Now, I didn't mention this, but with these two Ice Blasts, they are for their particular hands. So this longer one is for his right hand, this one is for his left hand. So let's attach it on and see how it goes. There's absolutely some weight, of course, when attached to the wrist. So he will not stand so much because he will fall over like that. Unless you can get that, you know, perfect pose and distribution of weight, you can definitely get that to stand properly. The wrist will, I mean, I have it up. You can see that I have it up. So it does work out very nicely if you were to, you know, utilize it as like an offensive method. But once you start to kind of lower it down, you will see how it kind of droops a bit. But this, using this, is still okay. And why do I say that is because utilizing the ice slide, which I'm going to attempt for to see how this will go. This ice slide, because I know he's got that peg hole, I'm going to insert it right there. We want to see, let's see if I can do this right, guys. There we go. If I can position his body like so, it will actually work out nicely to the point where, you know, he's still creating his ice slide. Either one hand to create the ice slide or one hand to, you know, to shoot ice somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely make it work. You can definitely try to figure out how to get a right pose for that. It's got, I love how we have this stand to utilize an awesome looking pose. So that's pretty cool to have these effects. You don't get effects like this, and Diamond Select was definitely able to give us something like this, and it's amazing to see it. Okay, I still have him on his base, and I did notice something. There are peg holes in here to basically, whoop, I have it a little backwards. There we go. There are peg holes here to utilize, there it is, found it. So you can insert these, which made me think like, okay, if it's going to get inserted here, I guess that is how you can utilize these flight stand arms, because there are peg holes right in here. And let me show you that as well. So I didn't even notice it, but here are the two peg holes here that I can just insert these depending upon, you know, the height that you may want. So maybe if I did something like this, for example, and utilize these peg holes while he's like this, maybe, I mean, this is just a guess of mine, but remember, we can bend, we can, whoop, yep, let's see, we can bend these, and I don't want to break, but I'm just saying, oh no, let me see. Okay, there we go. There's a ratchet to it. So I was afraid it was kind of frozen, but nope, there's a ratchet to it. And you just got to find that spot where it's going to bend. So let me utilize this so you guys understand, and I will come right back. Okay, so here's just like a basic setup of what I did with these flight stand arms. Now flight stand arms are great. I love them. I think they're great to utilize for your action figures, but for this particular thing, I guess for me, it kind of takes away from the look of what's happening. Do you know what I mean? You understand? Like before I even used these, I was able to position him in a way where it looked great because it was better without it in a way. So it's a great option to have this, especially if you need like a little extra support. but I know it kind of detracts from the actual look of what you're going for. So for me, like when I take it off, I was able to, you know, balance it out in a way where I wanted to. And thank God for these foot pegs in here. So it definitely helped me out a bit. But once I took these off, you know, if you're able to if you're good at posing, now I'm not the best at posing, you know, do your best. Maybe you could get something good out of it. But you know, something like that for me, I'm happy with without the flight stands or the flight stand arms. Even if I were to, you know, have simple ice blast like this, you know, creating more of the ice slide, that's still okay. And even so, even positioning his arms up, just doing something simple like that, hey, go for it. That works too. That, see, to me, I love doing that. That's a pose I would definitely utilize on my shelf. Having these flight stands arm, hey, it's great to have them. I'm glad, you know, they gave us these for support for those that, you know, may need it, but I'm okay without it. This is still a great option to have. And look, he's still holding his pose. So I'm glad that, you know, that works out. All right, guys, so he is standing at 7 inches tall. So of course with Diamond Select, we do have 7-inch scale figures. So let's do some comparisons because I do have a little bit to go over. But first, I mean, I do have a McFarlane figure here. Here is Batman Beyond. And if I can make sure he stands right, then hopefully we can, you know, have a good pose. Well, no, he's not. He's not going to stand right. I had him standing earlier, but here we are. They're exactly 7 inches tall. So he definitely fits well with McFarlane figures here. Just a couple of my Joy Toy 1/12 scale figures as well. And I have here some G.I. Joe Classified, as well as some Valorverse Action Force. And here's a Mezco 1/12 Collective. Here's my Holiday Gomez. And here we have Mythic Legions. We got a Valiant Knight. And here we are with some Marvel Legends. And here we have Spawn. So it's like McFarlane, what is this? I think this was the Mortal Kombat line. I forgot. But yeah, we have a Spawn. It's definitely taller. Now here is my Marvel Legends Iceman figure that I currently had on the shelf. So that's one of my Iceman figures. And to compare with some Diamond Select, here is Beta Ray Bill, as well as the Red Hulk. All right, guys, there you have it. There is my unboxing showcase review of the Marvel Select Iceman figure. This is definitely a cool figure. The accessories make it shine so brightly. These accessories are great. We have this ice slide here. We have different projectile effects that we can go on. This is still really cool. We have different options to play with in regards to his looks for his belt and his different head sculpt. Very, very cool. I love this Iceman figure. It's awesome. It's definitely a cool one to have, especially if you know, you enjoy X-Men and you have your, you know, Marvel Select collection. This is awesome to see. So I'm glad they made this figure. Definitely I would have wanted, you know, better articulation with the joints. Some double joints would have been great, especially around the waist. The waist would have definitely improved the articulation if we had like an ab crunch of some kind. The diaphragm joint is incredible for this, so it definitely works out well. But you know what I mean when it comes with articulation. If we had a little bit extra, I think it would have been great to see what this Iceman can do. But with these effects, man, this is a great looking figure. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I would love to hear what you think of this Diamond Select Iceman figure. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave that comment, and of course subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you to Diamond Select for allowing me to review this figure. This is awesome to see. I'm glad to have it on my collection. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.